Dan, FP2 out of the way. A disrupted session because of the 2 red flags, but did you get out of that what you wanted?
We could have done with a little bit more running. We missed 10 minutes this morning for track limits infringements. We won't talk about that. Anyway, first day of school and all that. So we could have done with a little bit more running, but actually we got a good balance on the car. We managed to got 1 lap on a pair of new softs. At the end, lap time's okay. Need to find a bit. Nowhere near Tom Ingram. No, we could have driven 27 laps and we wouldn't have found that time in that session. So all credit to him. We need to look at that. But yeah, no, we're having a good day. I think the car feels good on hard tyres and soft tyres. So yeah, so far so good.
Talking to some of the teams, they were looking at their carryovers from the last rounds and what they could use here and how much they could use in FP1 particularly. How was that with you? Were you okay for those?
Yeah, we did all of FP1 on hard tyre. We got quite a few left over because obviously at Thruxton it rained, didn't it, for qualifying, so there was loads of hards in stock. So we thought, and also, we've still got that one last soft hard race here to do on Sunday, tomorrow. So we needed to know where our pace was, and we haven't actually done that yet this year in an FP1. We haven't actually gone and investigated the hard tyre. We just sort of put it on in the race and hope for the best. So we thought we'd use that as a bit of learning. So yeah, I think the tyre allocation for us is quite good. I don't think people should be struggling for tyres because we've had quite a few wet races this year, haven't we? We've had a bit of rain. So it's so far it's all good in the Napa racing camp.
A couple of hours until qualifying. It's going to be dry by the looks of it, but it is clouding over, and the forecast is suggesting possibly enough rain tomorrow to make a couple of wet races, perhaps. Yeah,
it keeps changing, doesn't it? But the last I looked, it was going to have a pretty heavy rain window from like 8 a.m. through to 10:30, 11. So you could say that would be a wet race 1. But then we don't race, I don't think, till 10 to 12 tomorrow, do we? I don't think, off the top of my head. So it could also be a dry line, and fortune favours the brave, doesn't it? So we'll have to see. Wet or dry here, the racing's always great at Croft, so I'm not overly bothered by that.
Talking of which, what makes a good lap at Croft? What do you need to put together to have a good lap at Croft? Because it's a challenge, isn't it?
Croft's hard. It's one of the hardest. A little bit like Knock Hill. You've really got to put it all on the line. There's no room for error. As we've seen, we've just had 2 red flags in. I think we've had a red flag in an FP all year. So, for a car off. So, yeah, you've got to put it out there. It's challenging. It's technical. Sector 3 is really hard because it's very slow compared to the rest of the lap. Turn 1 is surprisingly quick. It's if you look at Ingram's lap from FP1, he did it in 5th. It's not a lot of retardation, is there, from limited 6th to 5th into that corner, because it's quite tight. So it's it's a challenge, Croft. You've just got to be really, really accurate. We did a really good time last year that got unfortunately taken away for another track limit infringement. So we've done that earlier this year. You've just got to be really accurate, and you've got to put it all on the line. Croft is one of those old school circuits that probably was never designed with touring cars in mind, but here we are racing at it.
Your minimum expectation, I guess, this weekend is podium.
Our minimum, yeah. I mean, we need to come out of the weekend with a really good haul of points. That's the target. Nothing else to do, really. So we've got to try and keep taking the challenge to Ash and Tom. They've got a significant lead. I mean, me and Camo are split by 2 points, so that's manageable. But the 60 odd points is not so manageable. So unless some luck comes our way, both for me and Camo in terms of points deficit through those guys having bad races, if it doesn't come soon, we're probably not going to get there. So the challenge is going to be between me and Dan. And obviously there's nothing like a good team rivalry, is there? So it'll be good fun.
Well, let's hope it's a good start to the second half of the season. Have a good qualifying.
Thanks, mate.